Today, we're going to be talking about one of the best trend continuation trading tactics that I've ever used. After the intro and disclaimer, I'll be showing you guys exactly how to implement these tactics so that you can use them, test them in the markets, and figure out if they fit in your trading plan. Again, this is one of the best trend continuation tactics that I've ever used. Can't wait to share it with you after the intro and disclaimer. If you're not subscribed here yet and you enjoy free educational content about trading, click that subscribe button down below the video to the right-hand side. Click that notification bell to make sure you're alerted whenever we come out with new content. Click the like button while the intro and disclaimer rolls, and I'll see you guys directly after. Okay guys, so here we are on the dollar yen, and let's go ahead and jump into it. I actually do not have a lot of time right now, but I want to provide you guys with some value. The first thing we're going to do is talk about time frames. The 3 time frames that I use during this tactic of trend continuation, one of the best tactics that I've discovered for trend continuation. And by the way, the tactic is multiple time frame confluence. The multiple time frames that we're going to use for this confluence is the daily, 4-hour, and 1-hour time frames. We're going to look at the daily first. We're going to look at the daily and we're going to decide what kind of trend is the daily in. Well, if we look left from where price action is right now, we can see that the daily chart just broke this previous resistance level, and we have another resistance level right here. So what does that mean for us? Well, it means that we expect this market to continue up at least until this previous resistance level. So our bias on the daily chart is up. All right, we've made that bias. Again, I'm going to run through this rather quickly. Hopefully it's sticking with you. If not, then just rewind the video, rewatch this section. So right here, we're looking at the daily chart. We've realized that we just broke highs on the daily chart, giving us the expectation that we will continue higher. Now, remember the 3 time frames we're going to use is daily, 4-hour is next, and then 1 hour on the 4-hour chart. We're looking at trend. We're looking at new structure highs, new structure lows. What do we see? Well, we have a low to a high, a low to a higher high, a higher low to a higher high. We are currently in an uptrend here on the 4-hour chart. That's pretty obvious to see. So with those two being the case, what do you think we're going to do next? Well, next we're going to go down to the 1-hour chart. We're going to take a look at trend here as well. If we zoom out here on the 1-hour chart, what do you notice? Well, we're definitely in an uptrend here as well. So with that being the case, with the confluence of all 3 time frames, the daily, 4-hour, and 1-hour time frame being the confluence of an uptrend of the market continuing to go higher, then what do you think our bias is on the dollar yen? Well, our bias on the dollar yen is an uptrend. We're considering the uptrend and saying that we think this market will continue to the upside, and we're saying it's going to continue to the upside at least to the 112.8 level. This is not 100% accurate, but this is what we can make a very educated guess towards. And with that being the case, what do you think we're going to be looking for? Well, long trades. And if you were around for our previous video, or the one before our previous video, can't really remember which video we talked about this in, but we have to ask ourselves 3 questions each time we place a trade. Those 3 questions are equally as important, and they consist of our first question, which is what's the market doing? Our second question, which is when's it likely to do it? And our third question, which is how is it going to do it? So our what has now been answered. We look at all 3 of these time frames. We decided that what is an uptrend? That's what the market's doing. And we decided that what the market's going to do is also continue in this uptrend. Our next question, we have that what answered. Our next question is when. Well, for the when, I always use my previous levels of structure. So here, the way we're looking at this is that this is our previous level of resistance. This zone right here. So that's one answer to the when question. Our other zone is right here at these previous support levels. So we have 2 different zones of when. And the when, guys, stands for when's the market likely to continue our what. If our what is an uptrend, then when's the market likely to continue up? The market's likely to continue up at previous resistance that's just been broken or previous support in these 2 zones. So now, what do we have to decide? After the when, we have to decide how. The how just stands for an entry reason at one of these levels. So using multiple time frame confluence as our what, to see if we're looking for an uptrend, downtrend, and if all 3 time frames are not in confluence, then that's a time when you can sit on your hands if you choose to use this tactic in your actual trading plan. The when is going to be previous levels of structure. For you, it could be an indicator going oversold, such as the RSI. It could be many different things. You can use whatever you want to for your when. The how is going to be your entry reason, and we're looking for that entry reason in the area of when. Our structure zones, our RSIs oversold, whatever that may be for you. And this, guys, is one of the best trend continuation tactics that I have ever used. And again, what we're looking for targets here out of the dollar yen, this is actually some trades we're considering. We're going to be looking for some kind of trade in our zone here. and in our zone here. For trend continuation on this pair, we'll also be looking at a little bit of a different time frame, but that's something we discuss in our training programs. But this is some of the analysis we can go through each and every time we place a trend continuation trade. If you'd like to implement this into your trading, make sure you go back through the market data and test it to make sure it works out with the entry reasons and the levels of structure that you use, or whatever your win statement consists of. I know that was fast, guys, but here in less than 5 minutes, I feel like I have provided more value than some videos I've seen on YouTube that last hours. So if you agree with me, make sure you click that like button. Make sure you're subscribed here to the trading channel. If any of this didn't make sense, then we have a training available called the Technical Analysis Foundation course. That course is linked in the description. It is absolutely free, no charge at all to you. You just sign up with your email address and we will send you the course to that email address directly afterwards. So if you'd like to get your hands on that training, if some of this didn't make sense to you, the trend or the structure analysis, then make sure to go ahead and grab that training where we talk about exactly how we identify trends and how we identify structure levels. That link's in the description, along with our EAP Training Program. Our flagship program link is in the description as well. So if you are in a position where you're ready to invest in your trading education and you enjoy the way we teach here at the Trading Channel and would like me to mentor you on your path to profitable trading, then that link is in the description as well. Click the link in the description to find out more about either of those. I look forward to seeing you in one of them, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. See ya.